And I'm going to say one word to you, Terry. Gone.
So yeah, this was Alioto's huge restaurant here since 1925. Gone.
It's gone.
And Fisherman Grotto, same thing. Gone. All of this was the restaurant. It's no longer with us. So right next to the Fisherman Wharf sign is where all these shops are closed. All of them.
So it never comes back.
One after the other. Closed. There's the lock. Closed. This one too. And another one. Closed. Tarantino's gone. This was a fast food place. This used to be Jack in a Box. And where is it? At Fisherman's Wharf. It doesn't matter. They're gone. Sign used to be up there. Now all the windows are boarded up. Main doors boarded up.
Wow, that looks disgusting.
And next door we had Darren's Cafe. Gone now. Used to be breakfast all day. Now it's nothing all day.
I can't believe it. I'm honestly, I mean, I'm not just, I know that sometimes I try to keep this light. I tried to keep it funny, but honestly, I loved that restaurant. That was it. And it was such an icon. It's gone.
Yeah, Alioto's. Yep. That's been there. I mean, everybody knew Alioto's in Fisherman.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe it. This one is painful to me. And by the way, guys, I do like California. I love to visit there. My favorite city in the whole world, I don't even know if I told you this before, was San Francisco. And Fisherman's Wharf, that was one of my favorite places to go. I truly, truly love going there.
There are businesses that have been around for over 100 years that have closed down in Fisherman's Wharf. I've walked through Fisherman's Wharf dozens and dozens of times through that area where they're steaming the crabs that have just come in that day. I have a good friend from Louisiana. He and I would go out there and he would eat crabs like there was no tomorrow. I can't eat that much crab, but Dungeness crab, nothing like it. But all those restaurants, it looks like almost all of those restaurants have closed because they just can't keep doing business in a state or a city that punishes them for being successful, allows the homeless to come in, theft, crime, everything else that goes along with that.
So anyway, Terry, I keep asking you week after week after week on our show, when is it gonna change?
I think this next election is a big deal.
And by the way, for those of you that are just watching Terry for the first time, he's been working on this project for 5 years. We have almost 300,000 members in our Facebook groups. This is a big deal, and you can see the passion. So we got another doozy here, and I guess we're talking insurance rates. So what's going on, and what video are we going to share today about insurance?
Well, just like car insurance, home insurance has gone through the roof in California. The insurers, the ones who are still there, because a lot of them have left, the insurers are saying, look, we can't even break even on this. We're losing money. We can't afford to stay in California with all the fires and all the things that are happening out there.
Terry, let's go ahead and let our viewers watch this video. Check this out.
Another major insurance hike. The state just announced it's allowing Allstate to raise home insurance premiums by 34%, and that's statewide.
And this comes on the heels of State Farm jacking its rates by 20%.
That's gonna leave a mark. And good evening to you, Juan and Pat. Well, this is a major issue in California and really across the country. The state is in crisis. Tens of thousands of people have lost their homeowners insurance. The state is trying to stabilize the insurance market. As devastating fires are a big part of the reason for the increased cost of homeowners insurance, the state says they are taking measures to make sure homeowners do get discounts if they are taking mitigation measures. And while rates are rising, not everyone will see the same increase.
Yep, it's a fact. How are our members, how are California people going to actually be able to stay in California if it's like this, Terry? I don't know what to say.
Well, think about it. They say that California's home insurance rates are lower than the national average. That's great. Good for them. Well, let's say it was $2,000 last year. It was probably a lot more than that, but let's say it was $2,000 last year. Well, this year it's going to be $2,600. What happens if it goes up 25% last year? Now you're over $3,000 in 2 years. I don't know how people are going to be able to sustain that. Car insurance, same thing. Here's the challenge also with homeowners insurance. The cost of building materials is also experienced inflation, just like food, like gas, like everything else. So the cost of rebuilding a home is now extraordinary. And let's not forget that California, I don't know if they do it. If the house burns down, do they require solar to go back on that house, even though it didn't have before? Who knows? They probably do. Anything to make it more cumbersome to rebuild a house. And, let's face it, I believe, and this is my opinion, but I believe that California has not managed their forests for decades. That's
Right.
why you have increased forest fires. That's why you have more houses burning down. When I lived in California in the 80s and 90s, they did controlled burns. They got rid of all the underbrush and everything else, and we didn't have these massive forest fires like they have now. So, yeah.
Well, Terry, I mean, you just made me think of something. You keep saying on all of our shows, you're telling me that California just thinks that the solution is just to tax the Californians more tax, and then that solves the problem. So isn't that the solution, that they can just keep taxing more and more and more?
Well, the real problem with that, and I mean this very seriously. So far, the people leaving California are the ones who think like you and I do, which is normal. We think that taxes should be low. We think we should be able to keep more of the money that we earn. We think that we should have a say in how our children are raised. The challenge we're running into that I see is going to be a problem down the road is you get these people who voted for all this stuff and say, "Oh my gosh, it's not because of what I voted for. It's just too expensive. I just need to move to some place like Texas or Tennessee or Florida where they don't have a state income tax." And I'm going to still vote the same way. I'm going to vote for what ruined California.
And we normally do too, but like I said when we opened the show today, there's so many stories, so many stories. So we're going to give you a bonus clip, and on this bonus clip, I'm going to say one word again to Terry: sideshows. What is that?
A car drove into a group of people during a sideshow overnight in Oakland. It all happened at the intersection of Hagenberger and Edgewater in the city. A driver crashed into spectators. We stopped the video just a second before the impact there. A female was run over as the car left the scene. Some of the crowd rushed to help her. And another sideshow took over the entire westbound side of the Bay Bridge. The CHP says at about 3:30 this morning, at least 100 cars blocked all the westbound lanes. This incident lasted about 20 minutes. One vehicle struck the crowd here as well. No arrests have been made.
So the woman was injured? I mean, this is not only are they taking over the streets, but I mean, this is putting people's lives in danger. People can die from this, right, Terry?
Oh, of course. Oh my gosh. I don't know. You've got to be on something if you're going to stand right next to this. I don't understand the mentality. And by the way, David, I thought I've got a 2016 RAV4. I was thinking tonight about 2 a.m. I might go up on the interstate here in Florida and just start spinning it around, and I can time it to see how long it is until I go to jail, because I'll go to jail pretty darn quick.
Be careful. You've got some really rough sheriffs out there in that neck of the woods.
Well, it used to be something that we'd go to at the circus, wasn't it? But now it's something that the youth of California and other places, but mostly California, that they do in their spare time at 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning by shutting down streets. And in this case, the Bay Bridge. Come on, for 20 minutes. Are you kidding me? It shows you how out of control things are and the lack of law enforcement. And who said defund the police? Has defunding the police worked? I don't think it's worked. Let's send social workers to the Bay Bridge to help stop this sideshow.
So again, I'm David Barry. I'm along here with my host, Terry Gilliam. We hope you're doing well. We say it every week, and I'm going to say it again and again and again. If you're happy and you want to stay in California, please do so. We want you to stay there. We just want you to have a happy life. If that's what it takes, then stay. But for those of you and most of our members that are in our groups, they want to leave, you need to give us a contact. So please like, comment, share our post. Become a subscriber on our YouTube channel. We hope you enjoyed some of this craziness.
Stay safe out there and know that we're here to help you. If you've had enough of California and you want to get out, we're here to help you. Reach out to David, reach out to me. We've got some great resources, movers, realtors we can refer you to, both to sell your California home, but also to help you find the right home in a different state. I'm telling you, this is a wonderful country. There is peace and quiet and law enforcement and low taxes and serenity Serenity Now, just like the Seinfeld episode, Serenity Now. It's available to you in other parts of the country if you've had it with California.
All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you soon. Have a great week. Bye-bye.